Okay, so the last topic we've got for this episode, and then in case anyone missed at the beginning, we're going to be chatting a bit more with Matt and Curtis about employee finances. So our last one here is, how can a business owner make the most of their accountant? So some things I was sort of curious, what are maybe the basics an accountant handles, but then also some of the things that a business owner might not even know their accountant could be helping them with?
Yeah, so I guess just setting up, like we touched on it when we were talking about bookkeeping, and it goes for any apps around, tracking mileage or receipt organization. Just lean on them. Get your accountant to instruct you on what apps to use, how to use them. Help them set up your QBO, your Xero file, your invoice. Get them to look over it or do like a dry run for sending an invoice. It's stuff they see every day. Tax planning, like be proactive when your taxes are done and your accountant calls you or emails you the PDF. It's easy if you're busy to just like sign off and pay your taxes and not really have a conversation around it. Take advantage of that meeting to just ask, like, even if you get everything from the year before, like, yeah, you made this much and you owe that much, whatever. Ask them how you can make this year easier or you can save tax. Yeah, there's always like proactive thought and conversation around that can go a long way. And yeah, like as accountants, we have a few hundred other small business owners. So there's a network there that you can leverage. Like it's not something that anybody really takes advantage of, but yeah, we have 10 plumbers and a bunch of dentists, and like there's just a good community of small business owners that we can share, connect people.
I saw in your newsletter you sent out today that you put a list of a bunch of local businesses for shopping local and stuff, which was pretty cool to see that there is that network of all the small businesses through you.
Yeah, totally.
What about just helping with business development, business growth, business planning?
Growing a business is tough, takes a lot of cash. You got to plan that out. If you need to really keep on top of that as you're growing and making sure you can make payroll, just asking for reports, like a management report, or a cash flow statement, or send us your budget for the year and we can plan out your wages or your payroll, and really leveraging your online banking to schedule those installment payments, schedule your payroll. It's all stuff you know at the start of the year, and it's just a matter of entering it in through your online banking, and then it's like set it and forget it, and you're good, and you don't miss any deadlines. You're not incurring penalties or interest. That's an easy one.
And just some of to circle back to the other topics we've talked about, make the most of your accountant. Like, you don't want to be completely oblivious to some of this stuff. You want to understand it. And sometimes it takes year after year after year of slowly understanding it, but ask the questions, get a response, and make sure the response is something that you actually understand. Like, why am I drawing a dividend instead of a wage? If you don't know, you should probably know the difference and why you're doing it, or why the accountant is guiding you that way. Maybe there's a reason, or maybe it's just easy, right? So ask questions and get answers you understand, because they're often the questions and answers that are really, really, really important.